Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and I'm just an ordinary plant girl. If you are new here, thanks so much for clicking on this video and I hope that you enjoy your time here. If you are returning, welcome back and thank you so much for continuing to follow this weird journey that I'm on. Today we are going to do a few plant updates. There was a couple that I was asked about and how they were doing, so I figured I would just make a video about the ones that I have been struggling with that I can now update you on. Good or bad. Just remember that, good or bad, you are going to get this update. So if this is what you are interested in seeing, please stick around. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to start with is going to be my biggest success story, I think, of the moment. And that is this girl here, my Philodendron Bloody Mary. If you saw that video about when I unboxed her, you will know that she spent 18 days in a box. And then 15 days in a box in a community mailbox, so a big metal box during a heat wave. And I was surprised that she had made it, that she was still alive. And let's see, so don't even know where to start with her. She lost a lot of her, I want to call them baby leaves, although they're older leaves, but she lost most of those. I'm still pulling stuff kind of out of her. But she is so much happier now. So much happier. Like, I can't even believe she's giving new growth right there. She apparently let out this tiny little leaf here, and there's another one coming here. She's just super happy. You probably won't be able to see this one, but right in there's another tiny little growth point. Oh geez, and there's a leaf here. I don't even know how she's got 5 or 6 and she is throwing out leaves, so that shows me that she is in a much better state than she was when I got her. Her care is, I haven't fertilized her or anything because she was really thirsty when she got out of that box. I didn't want to shock her anymore than she had already been shocked. So it's just been straight water. She's actually kind of light, she could do with the watering. But I do let this plant not dry out completely, but maybe 3/4 of the way I let her dry out, and then I give her a thorough watering. And so far that seems to work for her. I haven't had her that long, but just showing the progress, like looking at the progress now that she has had. Since she's been here, she's in a west-facing window, kind of off to the side, so she'll get a little bit of afternoon sun when it's setting. But besides that, she is doing so well, and I love her so much. This was amazing to see that she made it that far. But yeah, so that is my Philodendron Bloody Mary. Okay, so next I have my Philodendron Burgundy Princess. So, can somebody explain to me if a Burgundy Princess is just a reverted pink princess? I didn't want this plant initially. I told this story when I unboxed it as well, but I just kept seeing it on the website over and over and over again, and it just wasn't going anywhere. So then I decided that I was going to buy her, and then it took about 2 months for her to get to me. Just with COVID and everything, they couldn't go in and ship anything out. Then they started shipping things out, and mine just took forever. When I check the website now, they're still only doing things in store. They're not shipping. Haven't been shipping all summer. So I think this was the first order I made from them. And where was this? Sage Garden. here in Canada. So, but I love her. I love the pink stems. You'll see a theme going on here with my plants. But she's got, where is it? This was the first leaf that she popped out in my care, and there it is. Oh wait, no, that wasn't it. Wrong one. Oh, that one looks so shiny. This was the first leaf that she popped out in my care, and it's still not completely hardened off yet. But there is another leaf coming here, so that makes me very happy that she is happy. I mean, the tag does say that she will have white and pink kind of splash, but doesn't say anything about if it's a reverted pink princess. So if somebody could let me know in the comments below, that would be great. I never wanted a pink princess, so I'm actually okay that it stays green, but if the variegation was to eventually somehow come back, if that's the case, I mean, I'm okay with that too. I can't see any variegation in the stems though, so I'm thinking that that is not the case. But her aerial roots as well want something to climb on, so I'm gonna have to work on that. I've got a few projects in the works for that. Okay, that was my Philodendron Burgundy Princess. Okay, this one, which you guys never see and I never really talk about, is my Epipremnum Pinnatum. This one didn't do a whole heck of a lot over the summer, but it did finally, just last week, give me this leaf right here. And it's all glossy and shiny. I'm trying to figure out the growth pattern of this. If I take it out of here, which you also need to be watered. Perfect. So if you can see her stem here and the growth pattern, there's an aerial root here that's gonna want to come out. So I'm assuming that I will put her on a pole as all the dogs lose their ever-loving minds. But I will probably put her on a pole. So I'm extremely happy that this leaf came out fenestrated. When I first bought it, I actually thought it was going to be more like a pothos. It doesn't seem to be that way. It just wants to grow like a tree, and that's fine. I'm okay with it, but she's actually really surprised me for doing absolutely nothing. And then when I saw that leaf forming, I was the happiest person ever. And when it came out perfect, I was extremely happy as well. So I'm not even going to bother giving you care tips just because they're pretty much all the same. I let them almost dry out, pretty much 3/4 of the way, and then I give them a thorough watering. They seem to be okay with that. They also have enough humidity though in this room that they seem pretty happy. This one though, this one sits in an east-facing window, a little bit off to the side, so it doesn't get any real direct light, and it seems to be okay with that. I haven't had any problems yet. This will be my first winter with this plant, so we'll see how it goes getting through fall and winter into the darker times. I do not have grow lights anywhere. I pretty much let, nature do its thing. They're gonna fall asleep, take a rest. It's fine. That's less maintenance I have to do for them anyway. But some of them will continue growing, as I learned last year, or this year, in the dark periods of the year. Anyway, this is my Epipremnum Pinnatum. Okay. Here is another one that I don't think you guys have seen. I think I showed it in maybe a Hoya video. But this is my Hoya Carnosa Silver Speck. Like, look at the size of this leaf. Like, it's huge. It's huge. I got this as a cutting, an unrooted cutting, mind you. And when I got it, it only had this leaf, and this leaf here. It had 3 leaves. That was it. I rooted it, put it in this pot, which it's now kind of top heavy in. It keeps trying to fall over to one side. I'm kind of scared to transplant it because my experience with Hoyas is they just hate that. But it has given me all those brown growth points there. All of those are new. Every single one of them. And it just keeps going. And I love this plant so much. It is one of my favorites. Yeah, I love my Hoyas. I really do. Some more than others, but I do love them. Okay, so that is my Hoya Carnosa Silver Speck. That's what it was sold to me as. From the Etsy seller that I got it from, and I am completely and utterly happy with this plant. It also sits in an east-facing window, and it loves it there. So hopefully next year I will have more vines. I will probably leave it in this tiny pot, probably until the spring. We'll see how that goes. I'm glad that Hoyas like to be root bound, not that this will be, because the root system was very new. Okay. Now, you saw my happy success story. Now you're going to see something that is not necessarily bad, but only because I don't know how this is going to go yet. That actually kind of makes me really sad. But let me tell you why. Okay, so if you saw my Which is Which video, this is so far what's left of my Emerald Red. Not Emerald Red, my Imperial Red. I'm sorry. I found out with my black cardinals, and also I'm gonna say with my Imperial Red here, I didn't realize that I had put all of them in self-watering pots. Now, when I did my research about these plants, it said that they like to be kept moist. Apparently mine are different because they don't like that at all. So I did have them all in self-watering pots. I took 2 of my black cardinals out of the self-watering ones, put them back into nursery pots because they were still small and had small root systems, with a very chunky mix, and they seem to be doing better. They did have root rot, and I didn't want to lose all of them. So I did cut out the rot and put them back into nursery pots. My biggest black cardinal, which is still young, but it is my biggest one, is still in a self-watering pot, but I think we have come to an understanding on its watering. Because it's in the living room, I don't spend a lot of time in there. I pretty much leave it to dry out, and when I do water it, it's in the same type of pot as this. When I do water it, I add the water. I don't know why it's so wobbly. I add the water here and just let it, I don't let it drink all the way up. It is something that I'm gonna have to work on, but with that black cardinal anyway, that one seems fine. I haven't had to switch it out. I haven't seen any decline, so that is what I'm looking for. But that brings me to my Imperial Red, which is super, super floppy. I tried to tie it up. I have lost quite a few leaves off this plant. I will probably have to take it out and check it. I love this one because it is more of a mature specimen than I have. All of my other ones, I've got 4 other Imperial Reds. 3 I've been doing a fertilizer experiment with, so they're still babies, and 1 I got from Etsy, which was smaller than I thought it was going to be. That one I took out of the self-watering pot that it was in, and I put it in a terracotta pot. There's a little bit of a decline going on, but I'm hoping that it will live. And it's wobbly too, all of them. The black cardinal, my 2 baby black cardinals, and my Imperial Reds are all wobbly. I don't know why that is. But this one, excuse me, this one has lost so many leaves, and I think that it had to do with overwatering. It didn't really look like root rot. I did actually take it out of this pot and put it in a chunkier, much chunkier mix, because the one that it was in was way too peaty. The plant itself seems happier, but I did still lose a leaf. This sad display of a leaf right here has been trying to unfurl the entire time I had it. I actually had to help it, and I probably did more damage to it by doing that. But you know what? I couldn't. Yeah, I did. There's so much bruising here. And then I soaked it. So, I mean, what can I do? Not a whole heck of a lot. So I'm actually going to end up cutting off this leaf. And this here was a new leaf that was trapped on the inside, sitting up against it. And that has just been all a big gushy mess. And this used to sit up, and I don't know why it doesn't anymore. So what should I actually do here? Should I try to salvage the plant and see if it works? See if I can save it? I mean, I don't know. It's gonna take a long time to recover at this point. But I'm patient. I can wait for it. I just feel like I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time. But I kind of feel like I'm wasting my time. But I'm not going to do anything with it until I see that it's just not it's driving me nuts. I'm not going to do anything until I see that it's just not happy with me. So I'll cut those leaves off. Hopefully it has a node there somewhere that it will grow a new petiole out of, but I mean, it is what it is. If that's the case, I do have 4 at this point, which are growing happily. The other 3 are in an east-facing window. They have had absolutely no issues, except that they're just kind of all growing at different rates. Fertilizers. But yeah, we're just gonna go with that, I think. I think that is it. That is all I've got for you right now. Those are the updates. So that is all I've got for you today. If you liked what you saw, if you have any questions whatsoever, if there's anything you want to know about, you can hit me up on Instagram, or you can leave a comment down below. Either way, I do answer all of my comments and any questions, so feel free, send me what you like. Bye.